Hello, everyone. I'm happy to see you again for our session on webinar. This is a very important moment for us to be able to connect, and I'm here and I'm very happy for today's webinar because we are announcing something very, very exciting, and I want to explain it in more details. But to start with, you know what? That this is something very special. It's the first time it's happening in Oriflame Nigeria, in probably the first time it's happening for Oriflame in Africa, that we are doing changes, positive changes to our success plan. So for you all who already seen this news and been to our leaders meeting in Lagos, Abuja, or Port Harcourt, I want you to listen carefully because there might be some things that you have not noticed in the communication, some terms and conditions, some details. Also very important that since it's a live webinar, which means I'm here with you right now, you have a fantastic chance to ask me questions. So please post your questions as comments in the comment field, and my colleagues there by the end of the webinar will inform me about any questions that have been stated. For that, I would also address all the questions together by the end. So write your questions as we go. I will respond to them in the end. So why are we gathered here today? Because we have fantastic news. We are launching special cash award, so you can earn big. And why is it important with earnings? Because in Oriflame, you are dreaming about something, right? But it's something always requires a certain reward, a certain earning, a certain cash award. And in Oriflame, cash awards is a part of your bonuses, right? So it's one of the means of getting money with Oriflame. But with this initiative, you are getting your usual cash awards plus an extra cash award, which is amazing. So there are no changes to the basic cash award system that we have, which means that everyone who is qualifying for a new title will get the cash award as usual. But what is happening now? You have an additional possibility to earn even more with Oriflame. And I'm going to tell you how. So to start with, let's do a little bit of repetition, right? I know some of you are not maybe directors yet, but as a director in Oriflame, how do you qualify? You qualify by having 6 months out of 12 months, 21% qualification. 21% qualification is 10,000 bonus points, or one split out in 4,000 BPs. So then when you qualified, you are getting your first cash award. And I'm going to be showing this one from time to time. This is the table we have been publishing. And this one shows a cash award on 150,000 Naira for a director. So the question is, if you're a director, how do you get to the extra cash award? I'm going to explain you that. So starting October, which means we already started, you have a chance of closing new director title. So all the special cash awards are applicable for the titles closed by the end of October, earliest. All the previous titles have already received cash awards, will not be counted in. So let's start with director. So director closes in October. So what are we looking at right now? We are looking at a director being able to split one downline and generate a personal group BP worth 4,000 BP for 6 more months. So what does it mean? We want you as a director to develop a new director, because in Oriflame, this is how you grow, and this is how you develop your network. By developing new leaders, you are earning more money because you will be earning higher director bonus, but you will be also getting to see how your potential gold director title is already starting to develop. So what happens when you started to split one downline and you are making 4,000 BP for 6 months? As soon as the 6 months has passed, you are getting another cash award worth 75,000 Naira. And this is half of your usual cash award that you're getting on top. Does those 6 months need to be consecutive so you cannot drop? or your downline cannot drop? No, not necessarily, but we are counting it until it's 6, and when it's 6, this is when you get your additional cash award. So for directors, without closing new title, it's still possible to get a special cash award. All right, now let's see if you are a gold director, closing your gold director title. So how do you usually close your gold director title? You need to have 2 split outs, and you need to have 4,000 personal group BPs in 6 months out of 12, and then you're closing your title. Great. You closed your title, you got your cash award. Your cash award would be this time 300,000 Naira. So for 300,000 Naira, you have a chance to earn even more. So what are we looking right now? When it comes to gold director, we are looking at you having one director, one person who reached director title in your first line. So basically, when you're closing your gold director title, you might have 2 senior managers that are helping you to close your title, or you might have already one who qualified for director title. It means that the same months you are closing gold director title, if you already have one person who is a director, you don't need to wait longer. You are getting both cash awards in the same months. So let's look at this table once again. So gold director is 300,000. The special cash award criteria is to have one director in your first line, and then you are getting another 150. So together you will get 450,000 Naira. The same months you are closing your gold director title, only if you have a director in your first line. So what does the first line mean? Usually first line means the person who you recruited yourself, and the exceptions are only if the person that you recruited yourself is completely defaulting and not active, and then there's a person underneath that is doing all the work, and basically that will be counted as your first line. But if the person under you directly is not defaulting, we cannot go down in your downline and start looking for potential directors. Also remember, your first line is the one that is counted for all of the qualifications, for title, for gold conference, etc. So if you're a gold director, what does director in your network actually give you besides the extra cash award? It gives you additional bonuses. So if you're a gold director, you have a chance to earn gold director bonus, which you usually earn on the second level of director groups. So remember that basically going through getting the special cash award also leads you to higher earnings on monthly basis. And this is amazing because doing something for an immediate reward like a cash award, you're also building a strong foundation for the future. So should I continue and go further and explain another example? For example, we will go to a diamond director. So you are closing your diamond director title. And diamond director title means that you have 6 split outs that are doing 21% qualification for 6 months out of 12. As soon as you've done that, you are getting a fantastic cash award of 900,000, but we want to make it even higher. So we are giving you cash award another 450,000, which is half of the full cash award without closing a new title. So what do you need to do? What do you need to do to get to 1,350,000 Naira right away? Basically, your idea is develop a gold director. So in your first line, you should have one gold director. And gold director could have closed their title before you. Maybe you already have a gold director. So the months you're closing diamond title, you would get both the cash award and the special cash award. There is another option. So imagine you're a diamond director, you're very fresh, full of energy, you close your title, you don't have a gold director in your first line. What happens then? Well, Oriflame gives you 12 months to develop a gold director in your first line. And I know that in Nigeria, you have a fantastic energy and people are really fast in fighting for the titles, because they want to go to Gold Conference, they want to qualify for cash awards, and this is something that helps you drive your downlines and helps you achieve more together. Because in Oriflame, if you work together, you can achieve more. So Gold Director can close the title before you, and if you are closing your title and the Gold Director has the title, didn't lose the title, you get both bonuses at the same time. If your Gold Director still didn't close the title, it's fine. After you close, you have 12 more months to develop this Gold Director. And as soon as the title is closed, you are getting 450,000 Naira. Again, as a special cash award. So what did we learn from those examples? We've learned that you not necessarily get both cash awards in the same months. You could, but it's not possible sometimes. So we give you 12 more months to do it. So you don't have to plan it with your downline. You don't have to organize the time when someone is closing. As long as you have this person with the title in your first line, you are getting the money. If you don't yet have it, you can already now start working on it, because we will count it in no matter what. Another thing is important to remember. As you know, we're usually paying the cash awards 1 month after the qualification. This will be the same thing with the special cash awards. So besides that, of course, you are recognized for the cash awards and for the special cash awards. So be proud of what you achieved, and we want you to always be aspired for the next level. So when it comes to information, where to get information about the special cash awards, it's actually, we've tried to spread it as much as possible and also have it available online. So this particular table, I want you all to have to study and to understand what is required for each title to achieve an extra special cash award. This table is available online on Business Opportunity page. So if you go to Oriflame website and you go to Business Opportunity page, you will see this banner where we ask you to earn big. You can see this table there. It's even available before login. So you can share it with people that are questioning how much they're going to earn. And this is just a fraction, of course, but it still shows that with Oriflame you can earn, and you can earn very, very good money. Another thing is that if you want to know more and you want to read the terms and conditions, as a consultant, you can log into My Pages. And at the moment, the main banner after you logged in on the dashboard is about earning money with Oriflame and the cash award. Just click on it and you will see all the information listed there. This webinar is a good way to get information, but of course, try to ask questions. Don't hesitate. If you have any questions now, start posting them on the comment board. And I want you to also take an opportunity to ask sales team for any questions regarding the cash awards. Another thing is, how will you know if you are qualified or not? Of course, you need to track it. And usually in most of our tools, like for example, your activity report or your business app, you will be able to see your downlines and which percentages they are, which titles they have, right? So it's very important that you are having good sponsor ethics, that you are working with your downlines in an ethical way. You are supporting them, but you're not doing the business instead of them. That's really, really important, because here in Oriflame, we want to create a culture when we work together. And this is super important. I know that you cannot be successful in Oriflame if you are alone. And with this additional incentives, we want to create the culture where you are supporting each other. You are making each other richer. And you know, I have a very good quote from our leader #1 in the world, who said that if your directors are not earning, they will leave you. And that's a very good quote, right? He's talking about, it's not about people making qualifications, it's about them earning money. And this is what you want to achieve in the end. You want to have earning downlines. And if they don't earn money, you yourself will not benefit from it. So your final and most important task is to make sure that you, together with your team members, are growing to new success plan titles. Our task is make sure that you are getting more and more money for each step that you are taking. For that, I would say that to just repeat, please study this table. You will find it also in our service center next to our big success plan billboards. We will also distribute the posters. You will be able to see it in the SPOs when you visit our SPOs in Nigeria. But most importantly, start looking into your current title. What is your next title and when are you able to close it? Do you have a downline who will help you to qualify for extra cash award and that you will develop and work very closely with? Because this is leadership development incentives. It's for you to grow your leaders. Without the leaders, you're not as strong as you would be. And we want you to feel it by earning big with Oriflame. So, as of now, I see quite many viewers here, and let me just ask if we have received any comments on the comment board. Okay, so we don't have any comments so far. We don't have any questions. That's, I guess, if I'm wrong, please connect and ask your questions in the comment field, because otherwise we will not be able to respond them afterwards. It would be great if you can do that. And meanwhile, let me also do a little bit of repetition for, maybe I'll do another example for the senior goal director. So if you're closing your senior goal director title, so now the conditions are a bit more complicated because you are not required to have one director, but two directors. So if you close your senior goal title with, for example, 3 senior managers, 2 of them need to become directors for you to get a special cash award. So question is, when do you get paid? You actually get paid when the second director becomes a director. So when the conditions have been fully managed, this is where you get your extra cash award. But of course, as usual, when you close your senior gold title, we will pay you right away the cash award of 450,000 naira. So if you're closing your senior gold title and you already have 2 directors working under you, you get both cash awards at the same months. So this is how it works. All the titles starting October, closing and forward, will be counted for this program. We will be also trying to make sure that you are aware of all the webinars, so additional communications we'll be doing. So for us, it's important that you are up to speed, that you as a director, whoever is a director here, will be able to ask questions. All right, we have some question. I have a question. Is the cash award for directors only? So if the cash award is for directors only, yes, the cash awards in Oriflame are for directors and up. We don't have any cash awards for the titles that are not directors, because the first title we actually award you for is a director title according to our success plan. So the extra criteria for cash award is connected to director title. And of course above, so director, gold director, senior gold, etc. So there is no changes in the success plan structure. We still go with the director title and above. So as you know, for example, senior manager is not a title, it's just a qualification. And then to qualify for a title, you need to keep senior manager level for 6 months out of 12. So do we have any other questions maybe coming up? Did you ask anything else in the comment box so I can respond to that? No, so far not. Okay, great. Then let's put it this way. I think most of the things should be now very clear. Another little thing I wanted to add is probably that as we are announcing extra criteria for the cash awards, it's of course only once you can get it. So you cannot really get it several times. So as soon as you have reached, for example, as a senior gold director, you reach 2 directors, this is where you get your special cash award. And even if you have 4 gold directors, you will not get it again for the same title. So 1 title, 1 cash award, 1 special cash award. There will not be any additional multiplied cash awards payment. So the next one you will get will be, of course, for your next title, which is Sapphire Director. So that should be also clear. You're only getting it once for each title. You cannot re-qualify for it. Also, if you lost your title before and you are regaining it back, it doesn't count as a new title. So you will not be eligible for the special cash award as well. So that's important to remember. So it's only for the new titles acquired for the first time as of October 2017. So besides that, I guess I will not have any other comments or any other questions. So I hope you enjoyed this webinar. It's not so long, so you can easily share it with your downlines, and you can always ask us questions or reach out to the sales team. We'll be ready. But please remember, this is the biggest thing happening to Oriflame Nigeria, and you should use your opportunity. This is your chance. Don't miss it. I will be happy to recognize you on stage together with my team for your new achievements. Thank you very much and have a very nice day.